Hello everyone, my name is Dominick D'Anna and today I'm presenting consciousness exercise number 2. Consciousness exercise number 2 is the epitome of our culture right now. It's polarities, it's separateness. It's where the problem is not me, it's you, it's everybody else. It's not my fault that the business is a failure, it's Trump's fault, or it's Biden's fault, or it's Pelosi's fault. It's not my fault or that my bank account looks the way it does, it's everyone else. My emotions aren't my fault. It's because of what she said or what he said or my coworker did or my boss. It's where your success, your emotions, your situation is because of everyone else, and it's not your fault. It's the blame and the shame. And if you find yourself not taking responsibility, you find yourself playing the blame game, that it's them and not me. It's my wife that's triggering me. She's doing this. That's why I get triggered. This is why I get angry. It's because of this person or that person or a situation. That is because you have polarity in your own body. And if you want to change your playership and how you show up, where your inside state, your success, your emotions are not affected by the outside world, then you want to further develop consciousness exercise number 2. To give an example of consciousness exercise number 2, in my first marriage, I was constantly triggered. Every time my wife would say something, I would get triggered, and then I would blame it as her. It's her fault that I get triggered. It's her fault. She pushes my buttons and pisses me off. So if you find yourself being triggered, that's a classic sign that you need to do consciousness exercise number 2 to dissolve the polarity in your own body. And in consciousness exercise number 2, remember the theme with that is polarity and separateness. There's separateness within our body, there's separateness within our life. So what we want to do is change what's going on inside so that we can change what's going on around us and our perspective and experience of what's going on around us. So with consciousness exercise number 2, we're going to put one hand in the area that was the most challenging for Grace, although it's moving tremendously more after doing conscious exercise number 1. And what we're going to do is lift in the nose, out the mouth breathing, in this area. But while we're doing that, we're going to visualize pulling energy from the bottom hand up into the top. So go ahead and do that if you would, Grace. Eyes closed. Lift this area. Good. And visualize pulling it from bottom hand to top. Exhale, release. Good. And as this goes down, the next breath you're going to lift here and visualize pulling the energy from bottom hand, or from top hand to bottom. Drop. Good. Lift this area. As this lifts, it's vacuuming the energy from bottom hand to top. Exhale, release. Beautiful, all the way down. Next breath here. Vacuum the energy from top hand to bottom. When this part speaks. This part listens. Lift. There's parts of me that feel heard.
This part needs to feel heard.
There are parts of me that feel ignored.
There are parts of me that feel ignored.
There are parts of me that have value.
There are parts of me that have value.
There are parts of me that are worthless.
There are parts of me that are worthless.
But ha ha ha, they're all me.
But ha ha ha, they're all me.
Good, lift. Beautiful. Now that we've gone halfway, now we're going to put one hand at the top and the other at the bottom. Good. Grace's challenged area was position number 2, so we went only to position 2 with one, position 2 with position 3. Once we got that stage 2 acknowledgement here, now we're going to go top to bottom, and ideally we pull the energy from bottom all the way to the top, and from top all the way to the bottom. Lift. Good, and as you're lifting, you vacuum the energy from top hand all the way down to the bottom. Exhale, release. Beautiful. As this releases, breathe here, and as this lifts, you're vacuuming the energy from bottom hand all the way to the top. Good, Grace. Let this top hand, let this area drop all the way down. Beautiful. Once this is all the way down, then lift here, and as this lifts, visualize vacuuming energy from top to bottom. When this part speaks, this part listens. There are parts of me that have tremendous value and gifts to give.
There are parts of me that have tremendous value and gifts to give.
There are parts of me that are worthless and have no value.
There are parts of me that are worthless and have no value.
Good. All the way down. Beautiful. This hand, as this lifts, vacuum energy from bottom hand to top. There are parts of me that have tremendous gifts to give.
There are parts of me that have tremendous gifts to give.
There are parts of me that are worthless.
There are parts of me that are worthless.
But ha ha ha, they're all me.
But ha ha ha, they're all me.
Good. Put your hands to your side. As a result of doing consciousness exercise number 2, what we'll notice is there's more breath moving through the entire body. As Grace goes through life, she'll experience life more fully instead of just through certain areas of her body. And there'll be less charges and triggers in her life and in her relationships from her. And that is CE, or consciousness exercise number 2.